Hello, Leon. It's your Zayde, Mason. And today we're going to talk about angular momentum. And apparently this book uses Hanukkah and spinning tops as the means by which we talk about angular momentum. Now, as you know, I was raised Jewish. I am, not going to get into the religious aspect of it because that's not important. The importance is angular momentum. But it's snowed a little bit outside, and we've got a festive holiday tree that Grandma Isabel put up for me. So I thought today is a perfect day to do this. And it's December 1st, and Hanukkah is in 1 week. So it's on the 7th. It's sundown, baby! Well, or baby. Hanukkah is here. Well, it will be in 7 days. What is Hanukkah, you ask? Well, it's a holiday that celebrates a miracle, or so they say. Long ago, Jewish people needed oil to light their menorah. See, that's a menorah, and see how it has, does it have the right number? It doesn't even have the right number in it, but that is a menorah. It's a candle holder, but it's with religious meaning too. There was only enough oil for 1 night, but it lasted for 8. So that was the miracle. Either that or somebody snuck it into the temple, but we won't make guesses here. On Hanukkah, baby's family lights candles for 8 nights too. Well, if your family celebrated Hanukkah, which they probably don't, but that's okay. And it's just the main idea is angular momentum, which we'll get to. They also play a game by spinning a dreidel. Now, a dreidel is a spinning top that has 4 sides to it, and it has 4 different letters of the Hebrew alphabet. And hey, look, it says it right here. The Hebrew letters on the dreidel stand for a great miracle happened here. Nun, Gimel, Hey, and Shin in Hebrew. It's baby's turn to spin the dreidel. And here's where we get to the cool part. So you spin the dreidel, and the dreidel spins around and stands up. But what makes the dreidel spin, besides you spinning it? The twisting force is called torque. That torque is also defined in its spinning as having angular momentum. See how it's got the spinning axis, which doesn't always stand up straight, and in fact, eventually it devolves down and falls, but that's due to friction. But that means that it spins and spins instead of falling over, at least not immediately. So, what happens as it continues to revolve? Well, the spinning dreidel hits tiny molecules in the air, and that creates friction. See the little tiny molecules in the air? Look at them. They're so happy. Well, some of them, oh no, they're getting smacked into. I think they're having fun. But anyway, it spins around on its axis, and the point of the dreidel on the ground rubs against the table, and that creates friction too. So that's kinetic friction, not static friction, by the way. Friction slows the dreidel down. So as it spins around on its axis, it runs into the air molecules on the sides, and the bottom drags on the table, which has friction. Ooh, baby is interested. So, as the dreidel spins slower, because the friction is causing it to slow down, it loses angular momentum, and it actually loses it to heat, which is gained by the table and by the air molecules. Gravity makes it tilt and wobble, so the gravity is pulling it down, but its spinning causes it to process in different directions, and as it processes, it gets closer to falling over. Gravity pulls the dreidel down, and it finally, clunk, falls over. See? It's fallen over. Now, that is generally the concept for angular momentum, although it's a very, very brief one. But here we're dealing with not just angular momentum, but a game. And the game is, what side did the dreidel land on? Now that's complete chance, and there's a lot of chaos to that. And we'll get into chaos theory another time. But so what should the baby do? If the side facing up is nun, the baby does nothing. If the side facing up is hey, and that's the symbol for hey, that was a symbol for nun, that's a symbol for hey in Hebrew, then he gets half the coins, and usually they're chocolate coins, which is the best kind because you can eat them. If he hits shin, then he has to put a coin in. Oh no, he loses a the coin. And Gimel means that he takes all of the chocolate coins. Now, if he's really nice, he'll share it with all of his friends and family afterwards. Anyway, so that's generally how the game is played. So families celebrate Hanukkah in different ways, and they all do. Everybody does it differently. They may light the menorah and eat special treats, like my family did when I was a kid, when I was your age. Sometimes they exchange presents. We also did that when I was growing up. Not all of baby's friends celebrate Hanukkah. Well, I think in your case, I'm not even sure you will be celebrating Hanukkah unless I come over and we do it together. And my hope is someday we will, and I think you'll enjoy it. And you'll have some chocolate coins, and I'll make you latkes. I think you'll like that. But generally, they spin the dreidel, so I'll make sure you get some dreidels once you're old enough to fully understand what they are and how they work. And thanks to this video, you'll understand the angular momentum of them. And we'll get into chaos theory, so you understand the probabilities of it landing on any one of the four sides, but I think we've talked about that before as well. Anyway, baby loves Hanukkah. Well, I think you will when we get to do it together. And that's it. That is angular momentum as relates to Hanukkah, as relates to dreidels, and it is holiday time. So hopefully your parents will show this to you on Hanukkah night, one of the 8 nights starting on the 7th. And I love you very much, and we will discuss more in the near future. Happy Hanukkah, Leon!